What is up, everyone? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, January 1st, 2020, a new decade. Happy New Year. God bless you. Thank you for coming by this video. Shocking trajectory of Bitcoin. This is, maybe call it clickbait. I don't care. I'll do a clickbait video to start the year, but this is my opinion, and remove the title of the video. The content doesn't lie. The charts don't lie. I'm not overhyping anything. I'm taking content and data that you see on the screen in the charts, and we're taking Bitcoin data and we're looking at the flow of money, in particular smart money, in terms of Bitcoin as this long-term speculative investment. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. Before we jump in the charts, let's look at Twitter. I just tweeted this a little bit ago. January 1st, 2019, Bitcoin was $3,800 to start the year, finding the bear market low. 1 year later, Bitcoin's up 80%, I think it's 90%, putting in its first higher low on its way to bull cycle. People can accumulate oversold conditions or reject opportunity. Either way, Bitcoin's going to see 2020 gains. Number one, that's my opinion. This isn't financial advice. Number two, I see a lot of people rejecting opportunity, calling for Bitcoin to fail. So in regards to this tweet, here's Bitcoin. There it is, around 90% or so gains from January, the first week of January 2019 to now, 2020, 90% gains. And people are unhappy with this. Now, not only is it 90% gains, but Bitcoin is currently in an oversold state on the weekly. So the opportunity has returned to us because Bitcoin has consolidated since summertime. But let's dig deeper into what's going on here, right? So let's look at Amazon in the last year. Amazon is up a whopping 15% in the last year. Google is up 25% in the last year, first week of January 2019. NASDAQ 33%. So everything put aside, Bitcoin is up and is dominating traditional markets right now. And traditional markets are looking healthy, have been looking healthy for the last year, right? Now, that's number one, the opportunity found in Bitcoin. But I want to dig even deeper. I want to because I know there's a lot of people out there that are kind of in disbelief of this long-term speculative chart. Bitcoin's not going to keep going up. It doesn't make sense. Nothing does that. That's not normal. Just step back for a second. It is normal. This is called the flow of money, in particular, in an early stage type of environment, right? Let's look at Apple. This is Apple up 151,000%. Mind you, this is in like almost 40 years, right? This is going back to 1982 to today. 151,000% gains. And so, first off, it is normal, right? This is the flow of money coming into something, investing in something, and an investment paying off for people that are long-term speculative investors. And what I'm talking about is all these early stage people back there that were buying, or even here that were buying in the early 2000s. Again, when people were calling for Apple to fail, right? You can even look at the chart. It's almost like from this swing high down to this swing low, Apple lost 83%. It sounds like the Bitcoin story just kind of stretched out over a longer period of time. And currently, guess what? Apple is dominating. Look at Apple. Apple's doing great. 50% market share, 50% plus market share with a $1.3 trillion market cap. Okay? Now, I'm not comparing Bitcoin to Apple and saying they're the same, but what I am saying is at the end of the day, one thing remains true, and this is the one thing you need to look at. What is money doing? In particular, what is smart money doing? What is early money doing? And that's what we have going on with Bitcoin. Was it risky back in the early stage of Apple? Yes, but you can't have reward if you're not going to take the risk. So if you don't want to take the risk, then I guess just don't invest in crypto. Don't invest in Bitcoin. But Bitcoin... So look at Apple, 151,000% gains in almost 40 years. Now, Bitcoin did something very similar, around 150,000% gains from 2011 to 2017, right? So in around 6 years. So Bitcoin putting in incredible gains, just like Apple, but doing it quicker. Now, because it does it quicker, does that rule out Bitcoin and the reality of what's happening? No. It actually makes it an even stronger investment play, in my opinion. the momentum of Bitcoin. And what's beautiful about this to me is even with all these massive gains that Bitcoin has seen, it only has a $131 billion market cap, a fraction of what a company like Apple has right now. There is so much money to still come into Bitcoin. It's insane. And when you look at Bitcoin in the long-term trajectory and you look at the chart and then you compare it to something similar, an investment that is a store of value, namely gold, then you really start to see the potential. Here's gold, right? This is what Bitcoin looked like comparable to gold with a 3.75 trillion. So Bitcoin with a $3.75 trillion market cap, Bitcoin would be sitting at a $250,000 Bitcoin. And even still, that is only like not even a half. It's less than a half of gold's market cap. So we're sitting all the way back here, not even at a $1 trillion market cap, not even at a $700 billion market cap, which would be around a $50,000 Bitcoin. We're sitting at like $131 billion market cap, $7,100 Bitcoin. The chart, this long-term chart doesn't look so crazy when you zoom out on other charts. It really does not, right? And we can even zoom out on Google. Now, I'm not saying the technology is the same, everybody, so please don't make those comments. But this is the flow of money, right? Over time, a period of time. This is Google in the early 2000s. So keep that in mind. Yes, Bitcoin is risky. Yes, it's speculative. Yes, Bitcoin could fail and everybody could lose their money. But the opportunity is there. And history has proven itself that the flow of money in opportunity and technology like this is incredible. And I liken it to being an early stage investor, a venture capitalist, a seed stage or early stage, Series A or something of a startup. Bitcoin is very similar, and we all have the opportunity to invest. Invest at your own risk. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. Let me know your thoughts below. I wanted to share it. This is going into 2020. I'm seeing so much momentum as Bitcoin right now puts in a higher low. Will it be here? Hopefully, that would be awesome. Could we come down even more? Yes, we've talked about that, how that is a potential setup right now with some patterns in play. But right now, I see a continuation of Bitcoin going into 2020. Let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for coming by. Happy New Year. I will see you in the next video, and God bless.